In this short video tutorial, we will learn how we can create our own free logo. So basically, there are two most commonly used softwares in graphic designing. Those are Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. We can make logo in both of them, but Adobe Illustrator is specially designed for creating logo, and we can create our logo in Adobe Illustrator easily. So let's begin. Currently, I am using Adobe Illustrator 2019 version. So the process is same for all of the versions. You can get one copy from any of your friend, or even you can purchase it from online. So first of all, click on File and then click New. Here we get multiple options for choosing our dimension for the cardboard. We can set the width and we can set the height here, or we can even use the ready-made template from here. For art and illustration, we have multiple options. We can make our custom artboard, or even we can choose any of the templates from here. Let's begin with the common one and click Create. So we are inside the Adobe Illustrator interface. On the left side bar, you can see we have multiple options. Most commonly and mostly used, type tool. We can type any text using the following tool, and we can use the selection tool as well, and we have bunch of other options available as well, which includes the shapes as well. If you right click, we have further shape options. So for creating your own logo, the first thing you need to understand is the purpose of the logo. For what purpose you are creating the logo, and what is the concept for the logo. Or in easy words, we can say you need to pick the topic for your logo. You need to find out the niche, the topic, or the purpose, or the industry of your logo. For example, we will create logo for real estate business. And let's say we have the title real estate. So to type the title, you need to choose type tool. Once you choose the type tool, move your mouse and click anywhere on the artboard. The text is too small and we need to change the size. We have an option here to increase the size, and we have option to change the font, change the style, and we have option for paragraph as well. So for now, let's increase the size. But before increasing, you need to make sure to select all the text. To select all the text, double click and it will turn black. Or even you can use the selection tool. It is selected now, and now we can increase the size for our text. You can see the changes on the artboard. Let's make it 72. Now our logo will be for real estate. So let's rename it as real estate. It can be anything else. Now we can even change the font. Let's make this one. We can even change the color by clicking appearance, or we can choose color from here by double clicking on this, and you can see the changes here. But this looks very boring. To make things easier, you need to get an idea or concept. And for that purpose, we will use a website called freepik.com. This is the website we can use to create the logo, and this website will help us to get more ideas and concepts for our logo. So for this example, we are creating logo related to real estate. So let's search for real estate or real estate logo. So if we are creating a logo for the construction company, we can say construction logo or teak shop logo. It can be anything. This website gives you multiple options, and it is full of resources to create the logo. Now you can see bunch of logos on the page, and this can help us to get an idea or the concept, and we can copy that concept. On the left side bar, we have filters. First, we will choose the free one. Then we have an option for the icons, PSD, photos, and vectors. Remember one thing, vectors are the version which can be edited in Adobe Illustrator, and PSD is the Photoshop file. But in this case, we are using Adobe Illustrator, so we will select vectors, which are editable in the Adobe Illustrator. Now we have refined our search result. So we will choose a logo. Let's go with this one. Click on the logo, then click download, and finally click free download. Start download, and the file is downloaded. This is the file which is in zip format. We need to extract this file. Once you extracted the file, you need to open the file. And here we get bunch of options. This is the preview for the logo, and this is the file which can be edited in Adobe Illustrator. Remember that when the extension is EPS, it means this file can be edited in Adobe Illustrator. This file is also known as vector file. While for editing the files in Photoshop, you will get a file with extension PSD. So let's open this. This will automatically be opened in the Adobe Illustrator. Now you can see we have imported our EPS file inside the Adobe Illustrator. And when we will click, we can edit any part of the logo. So we can bind them together by choosing by choosing all together, then click group, and now all of the elements are grouped together. Now we can ungroup by clicking ungroup, and again we are actually using the selection tool. So again, using the mouse, we will select all the elements, and we can use the shortcut, which is Control G, which means all elements will be grouped together. And to ungroup, we can click ungroup. Now we can edit all of the elements one by one individually. You can see I can move all the elements separately. So here we can create our own logo. To go back, press Ctrl Z multiple times until you are on the right position. So let's begin to edit the logo. Here we had the following tags: real estate. We can rename this to anything else. But for now, we will use the same name. And maybe we can change the font to this one. Now, what you can do is, as these elements are ungrouped, you can choose them one by one and move them to the other side. So using your mouse, select the element and move it to the other tab and drop. Here we go. So we have the logo here. Now we can even resize it by selecting the tool and then going on the corner, select this and make it smaller. But you can see the problem with this is that it is not going equally. To make it equally small or large, you need to press Shift key, then move your mouse to make it small or big evenly from all sides. So let's go with this size. Now, using your mouse, select the text and move it anywhere. So let's keep it here and let's resize it. This looks nice. Now we can even change the color again. So last time we double clicked here and changed the color. But this time we will use color picker. Here we go. Here we have eyedropper or color picker tool. Select this one. First select the text, then select eyedropper tool, then click anywhere to change or pick the color. Let's pick this color to match the logo, or this one. Now finally we can add our tagline, which is like this. We can select the text and move it in the other window, drop it here and adjust it here. So this looks very big and we can resize it, but this font is not available in my Adobe Illustrator version, so we can delete this and add our own tagline. It can be anything, like we can say your tagline here. Now using the same formula or the same technique, double click and change the font size. Let's make it smaller. 21 looks better. Now we can move it in the middle like this. Now Again, using the selection tool, select this text and let's spread the text. We can spread it by using the character window, and as you can see the sign which says the text will fall apart, so you can increase this or even type 200 or let's make it 400 so it is separated equally. Now this looks cool. Now you can select it and make it center. So again, if you don't find this window which has the font name and the font size and other options, so how you can assess this window? If you're not seeing this window, which is named as character window, you can find it in the window option. As you can see, we have multiple tabs here. If we go into window, we can find bunch of options. So all of the options you are seeing on the current interface can be assessed from here. Like we have checked the character window somewhere here, so we can choose any window from here, so it will pop up somewhere here. So now our logo is almost ready and we can make adjustment like alignment by getting rough idea. But you can even use a tool which is called align tool, and align tool can be assessed in the window. You can see align and it has the shortcut shift plus F7. So let's click align and we have the option here. So first select all of the logo elements, then you can make it center by clicking here, horizontal align center, vertical distribute center, and we have bunch of other options as well to align the elements. Once the elements are aligned, you can click Ctrl G, which will group the elements. Now our logo is ready. But in this case, we have used the EPS file and moved the elements from one window to the other window. But in some cases, you can even edit the EPS file in the same window and you don't need to move the elements in the other window. So to edit the EPS file on the same window, click on the text, but this text is in the form of vector and this can be added. This cannot be edited, so we will click delete and we can choose the type text option and we can even type any text here. It's not visible, so we will make it bigger. So the point is that you can edit the EPS file in the same window without going in the new window. But this depends. Now our file are all of the elements of the logo, which includes the icon, the title, and the tagline, are ready. So now we can export our logo. To export our logo, you need to go into File, then click Export, and then click Export As. Finally, you need to choose the PNG format, which is standard format for the logo, and you can even rename your logo here. Anything. Finally, click Export, and it will give you more options like resolution. We have 3 options. Remember, 300 ppi is for the printing purpose on the banners, and medium also applies the same for medium, and for the standard logo which can be used on the website or on the social media is 72 ppi. So we will go with it and click OK. So now our logo has been exported. I hope you liked this video and find this useful. Please make sure to subscribe this channel. Thank you so much for watching the video.